Hey Stampers, welcome to Brandy's Cards. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great summer and finding some time to get into your craft room and get some stamping done. I absolutely love this Be Thankful stamp set from Stampin' Up! And I've been spending a lot of time, planting flowers and taking care of my ferns and different things, although I do not have a green thumb, I will tell you. I try really hard, and it's just, I love to see the bees out. And so this stamp set just, I think, is super cute with this cute little bee on here. So let me show you the stamp set that we're gonna use today. It's called Be Thankful. Super cute. It's got a really nice thanks. What I like about it is the thanks is open. The writing is open, so that lends itself to some creative coloring. And then you've got this cute little bee, and I'll show you the card that I created with this stamp set. Here it is right here. So I used Balmy Blue and I used Pineapple Punch here in the background. And I just thought these dots were super fun. So I filled in the card today with the different colors using little dots. And I'll show you exactly how I did that. And then I'll show you some of my my thinking along the way as I started to play with this card. I had a lot of fun, and I did some lines and I did some different colors, and so there's lots of fun things that you can do with this stamp. But today we're going to play with dots, okay? All right, so let's see here. You're gonna need some Balmy Blue and some Pineapple Punch. Now, if you don't have these two colors, that's okay. You can absolutely switch up the colors and pull out your Stampin' Right markers and see what's gonna work for you. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fold our Balmy Blue in half. This is our card base. And if you're new to Brandy's Cards, I will have all of the sizes and the dimensions on brandyscards.com. And so you'll find it there. And in the search bar, when you get to Brandy's Cards, type in there Be Thankful, or the word be, like B-E-E, and you'll be able to find this project. You can also click in the top of the navigational bar where it says videos, and all of my videos will come up, and you can kind of select the one that you would like to see. Okay. Also, in the information in this video, I will also post the link as well. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and glue down. I've got some liquid adhesive, and I'm going to add an insert. And I always add my insert to the top of my folded base just because it's easier, and then I flip it around. Now we're going to go ahead and work on layering our thanks. So we're going to use Stampin' Right markers today. So with Stampin' Right markers, you're going to want to use Stays on Black. Why is that? Because it's not going to run and bleed on you. If you use Mementos ink, you're going to want to use our Stampin' Blends, which are the alcohol markers. But today we're focusing on the Stays On and the Stampin' Right markers. So I'm going to open my Stays On here, and I'm going to ink up my thanks. I like to set my stamp down and take it and go from this angle versus trying to ink it up this direction. You see that? It's just not as easy, and I feel like by doing it this way, where I'm controlling where I put the ink, it just works a lot better. So just do a few taps, make sure you get it nice and inked up. And now we're just going to stamp it straight down and straight up. Now you could also do this with your Stamparatus if you'd like. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. I just love this stamp. Oh, it's just precious. So cute. All right, so what I typically do is I will stamp it and then let it dry for a couple of seconds. So I've actually stamped another one, so I'm going to bring that one in and let this one kind of sit and dry. All right, so now what I'm going to do is with my liquid adhesive, I'm going to glue this piece. I'm going to center it and adhere it right on top of my Pineapple Punch, which is such a fantastic color, and it's perfect for bees. I just thought that was like the best color. Now we're going to go and add some adhesive on the bottom of the Pineapple Punch, and I'm going to center it right here in the middle of another piece of Whisper White. And why, you might ask? Well, the reason is I want to do some tearing. I want to give my, I just want to give some texture around my Pineapple Punch cardstock. As you guys know, I love to tear. So if you've not seen my videos before, you will definitely see me do this, you know, often. I just love this technique. And so I'm just kind of tearing the cardstock towards myself. And then I like to kind of ruffle the edges. So I'm kind of getting them all ruffled up. Then I turn my cardstock and then I'm tearing again back towards me. And you know, the idea is I like to get some of the, I really like this rough edge. I really like it when it's just really, I don't know, rough and just pretty cool. All right, so I love that. I have to tell you a funny story. One of my son's friends was here in the house just before I started this video, and he was watching me put together a couple samples. And he's like, now, Miss Cox, do you purposely like tear that edge? Like, do you really want it to look like that? And he's just so cute. And I'm like, well, you know, Tristan, do you think that it looks nice like that? And he was like, well, sure, because you did that on purpose. Yes, I did. So he was awfully cute. And I don't know if he liked my teared edge or not. But at any rate, he was kind of surprised that I did that on purpose. All right, so let's just go ahead and glue this guy down, and then we'll start putting it all putting all the color on it. So here I'm just going to center my thanks. Something in my throat there. So we're going to center the thanks, and that looks great. And then I'm going to take the balmy blue, and I am just going to start working on a little bit of a background. Now, I liked to put my my image down before I started working on the background, but you can do what works for you. I just thought it was easier because then I could just see exactly where the dots needed to be, and you know, just to kind of keep it simple. So I'm just kind of working through and dotting it. And you know, you could do lots of dots, you could do a few dots. It's entirely up to you what you decide to do. And again, it is super, super easy. So I have some good news while I'm kind of dotting this and working through. I'm excited to tell you that this Be Thankful stamp set is the free stamp set with our host code this month. So I'm super excited about that. And if you made a purchase last month and you received the chamois, thank you for your order. And most importantly, I hope you're enjoying your chamois. And if you haven't gotten it yet, it's coming. I have to cash in the host code, and then I order the products. And then once they come to me, then I turn around and send them all out to you. So it can take a few days. But at any rate, I was so excited to send those out. So this month, it's going to be the Be Thankful stamp set, and I'm going to actually send you this card with a PDF tutorial. So you will have the tutorial that you need to put it together. So I hope that you like that. I know I've had so much fun working with this stamp set, so I'm going to show you exactly some of the ideas that I came up with. All right, so I'm about halfway through the bottom, and I'm just randomly dotting. Try not to dot too hard because you don't want to ruin your marker, right? You don't want to keep your tips nice and pointed and pretty. Now I've been making these thank you notes, and my tip is definitely a little bit smooshed. It's not quite as pointed as some of the others, but it still works great. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to move on to coloring our thanks. So let's start out with Lovely Lipstick. I love these colors. This is one of the new in colors. And just like I did the background, I'm going to do the exact same thing with the T. And I am just dotting it all the way across, just like this. Dot, 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 dot. And I'm just adding the color by using dots. Now you could certainly color this piece. You could make stripes in it. You could do lots of different designs, but today I am just adding dots. And so now I'm working on the K, and I'm just kind of moving down with my dots. And here in these little skinny areas, just one dot, all the way through. You don't have to worry about making them more random because you can't really tell anyway. And so just keep adding them like this. Now what we're going to do is we are going to move to the next color, and that is going to be our balmy blue. So here's the balmy blue. We're going to open that guy up again, and we're going to work on the H. And just kind of keep on dotting just like that. And you'll notice, like, when you dot the balmy blue on the Whisper White, it's beautiful, right? Well, just check out how pretty it is on the back of the actual balmy blue cardstock. So I just think that's a neat way to kind of compare the colors when you add, you know, the balmy blue ink on top of its cardstock. So it's just kind of a fun comparison there to see the different variations that you can get by just maybe being a little, you know, stepping out of the box a little bit and, you know, just being creative. So we're finishing up our S, and I think that looks great. So now we're going to move on to Grapefruit Grove. This is a fun color. You know, I was actually looking for an orange, but then after I put Grapefruit Grove on here, I loved it. So I never really went searching any farther, but if you like some, you know, if there's certain colors that you like, definitely grab those Stampin' Write markers and see about just playing with the different colors on here. So now the A is the only Grapefruit Grove we're going to have today. And I'm just kind of working my way around. And then we're going to move on to, perfect. And then we'll move on to our N. And so our N, I used Gorgeous Grape. Now you could use Highland Heather, another beautiful color, but I wanted kind of a deeper, a little bit more of a rich color. So that's why I picked Grapefruit Grove. And I'm gonna just work down through and do the exact same thing with my dots. Now this is super, super easy. And it's kind of fun to do too. I really enjoy it because it's kind of relaxing, you know? All right, so now we're gonna grab, let's see, what should we do now? Granny Apple Green? How about that? We'll go for some Granny Apple Green. And we will color our leaves. Now, we're not gonna color our leaves. What I found is when I actually colored the leaves the first time. And what I found was it didn't look right because the dots were kind of what made the card. So the next time I did it, I was like, okay, I get it. I need to add dots to those leaves. So sometimes it's just a trial and error, right? And you're just gonna have to kind of work through that. So you can see here that these little wispies, I am going over that with my marker to kind of add a little definition to those. So definitely do that too. It does look really nice when you do that. So I'm on my last set of leaves. Now I'm going to move up to the flower and just kind of add some green to that so it looks like a stem. Okay. Now let's go ahead, and I see that I forgot my lovely lipstick flower. So we're going to grab that marker again and just add a bit of dots to the flower. Now we're going to move over to some Pineapple Punch. Now the B, I loved coloring him. He is just precious. On one of my cards, I actually stamped him on scrap paper, cut him out, and so he was, you know, he was a little bit popped up and a little bit more three-dimensional. You could certainly do that if you wanted to. Today I'm just going to leave him flat, but I will show you the card where I popped him up. Now this is a Stampin' Blend alcohol marker, but I'm going to try to stay away from the black, and I'm just adding a little bit of color on the inside so it doesn't really bleed. I'm not really getting it. There's some white spots in there too, so it's not too big of a deal. Okay, so now we're going to add some thick white baker's twine. And you guys know I love to add twine and gems and embellishments. It just really it really can make your card and just kind of take it to the next level, if you will. And so I'm just going to wrap my twine around twice, and then I'm going to tie a decorative bow right here in the corner, just like this. Okay, we got it. Now we've got to give it a haircut because it is definitely a bit obnoxious. Sometimes I just don't know how long to cut my, how much string to leave. Because depending on the day, some days I get a really good bow pretty fast, and other days it's like, whoa, I got to work at it a lot harder. So At any rate, so this is my fun Be Thankful card. I just think this is so darling and so cute. Again, it is the stamp set for the host code this month, for the month of July 2018. So all you have to do is place an order between $50 and under $150, and then use the host code that's provided on brandy'scards.com, or you can email me and I can email you the host code, or it's in the information part of this video at the bottom. So you can take a look at that as well. And of course, if you're new to my channel and you need a Stampin' Up! Catalog or would like one, let me know. It is awesome and it's full of all kinds of ideas and inspiration, so I'd be more than happy to send that to you. I'd love the chance to help you and earn your business. So now before I go, I've got a couple other projects to share with you. Let me show you. So here's the bee that was popped up. He's kind of cut out and popped up, so it kind of gives him a little bit of a three-dimensional look, so I thought that was fun. Now here's the next one. Now these are not finished cards by any stretch. These are just some fun different, I was playing and, some different things that I did. So here there's Flirty Flamingo and I did some lines. This was, Balmy Blue, and those are dots. And then Grapefruit Grove, and this is Highland Heather. So I was just kind of playing with some combinations there. And here's another one. Instead of the lovely lipstick, this one's got Flirty Flamingo. And here, remember I showed you I kind of colored the leaf, and I thought, I'm not so sure that I like that. Well, see, there it is. It does look a lot better when you kind of stay in, stay with the theme. So this one's fun. This one is kind of, the gradation of color. I've got these were with the alcohol markers. So I've got the Daffodil Delight, and I believe I did Calypso Coral, and so on, and the darker Calypso Coral. So it's just, or maybe that was Pumpkin Pie and then Calypso Coral. So just really fun to kind of play with the colors on this stamp. Check this guy out. This one's fun. This one I just literally colored in the thanks. Lovely lipstick. This was Coastal Cabana. And then I stuck with my Grapefruit Grove, and this one's Highland Heather. And I just thought it was really, just really vibrant and fun. It's not done. Certainly could color the flower and so forth. But this was the card I designed using that thanks right there. So I just thought that was fun. Again, I did the dots on the background. I just thought the little bee was just so cute that the dots worked well with it. But you could certainly use an embossing folder, or you could leave it plain if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. So anyway, I hope that you like my project today. I hope you enjoy this card, and let me know if you have any questions, if I can help you in any way. I'd love the opportunity to earn your business. So I hope you have a creative day and make something fun. And don't forget to email it to me. I'd love to see what you're working on. Thanks for stopping by and have a blessed day. Bye, everybody.